Well, John McGuinness, for the first time, is actually looking a bit nervous this morning.
Yeah, it feels like being on the start line of a TT race. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. A big commitment in these cars, and my draw was on the front row, so I'm alongside the boss, Ollie, and so he's told me to keep out of the way. But yeah, no, it's good. Like I said, I've never done a start, never done a launch really, so I'm in new territory now, so I'm just going to go out and see what happens and do my best and enjoy it.
Well, Ollie O'Donovan, you lend your car to someone, look what he does to it.
Wasn't very nice, was it? We were mates. I don't know what happened. I didn't see the accident. I had a good look on the second lap around. Doesn't look too bad. I think it's just mainly panels, I hope. I'm sure the boys will get it sorted out again, you know, so it'll be okay.
Why did he? Right, come on then. What's your pathetic excuse?
It was that blue barrier. Ollie said, keep away from the blue barriers, and I ended up hitting a blue barrier. And but no, do you know what? It's just like you said. I think somebody said before, it's a baptism of fire jumping in one of these things. And like the driver coach fella, Tony, he said, look, you've got plenty of confidence. He doesn't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, and maybe it was a bad thing in the end. But I don't know. I didn't feel like I did anything wrong, and I got over that joker straight away and onto the loose stuff, and I was a passenger. I don't know what happened. You know, I've been upside down on motorbikes many a times, but I've never been upside down in a car, so it was all a bit new experience to me. So, but yeah, they said keep your hands on the wheels. So yeah, well, Ollie's all right. I think he's not giving me a punch yet, so we're all right.
I really don't know what's going on, to be honest. You know, in the first race I came second, but I don't know how that went on there. I was just, again, I jokered early. I got a bad start that time. I lit the tyres up, so I just thought, get in the joker, get that done, have some clear space to try and push on. And I find it quite tough. I got a bit of mud thrown up on it, you know, racing driver excuses, but I got some mud on the windscreen and I could barely see where I was going with the low sun. So yeah, room for improvement, but having so much fun. Like I just, you know, it's hard to explain just how frantic it is. Some of the onboard footage can show what's happening, but it feels like 100 times more frantic when you're actually in the seat doing it yourself. But having a brilliant time and really enjoying it so far.
So Steve Hill is out of the race, sadly, but there is Enzo Eade, who has got to joker then at the start of the next lap as he throws the car, fantastic car control, into the devil's elbow. There going through is Pat Doran. Now he is in third on the road, chasing after Tristan Ovenden.
Enzo Eade is back onto Cheshunt's Drift, down Dover slope into the never-ending left-hander at the devil's elbow. Such a key part of this Linden Hill circuit to throw the car sideways and back up the hills. We look back to Doran, the circuit owner, in third spot in the elderly Citroen C4. Can Enzo Eade get close to it? He's going to come through the chicane for the final time, and it's a 3:06.9 for Eade. So Eade does go quickest.
So Enzo, as we'd expect with this car here, fastest.
Yes, of course, it's very nice. It's a pity for the first qualifying. My spotter forgot to tell me joker, so I got some extra points. But now I'm back at it again. So track is very nice, car feels good. So let's see what brings the next session.
Good start by Doran, better than Enzo Eade, but Enzo's got the inside line and he slots in behind Doran as Ollie O'Donovan goes for the joker. Liam Doran hits the front, then he leads as they come across the loose at Cheshunt's for the first time, but Doran's out sideways.
Yep, typical Doran style, but he's got the lead over his teammate on the charge down Dover slope for the first time. Now the slightly elderly Ford Fiesta behind us, Ollie O'Donovan's in trouble. The 2007 champion on the infield coming down Dover slope, and Double OD's day is unravelling, and Liam is showing his class through the chicane to break the timing beam and set a time of 3 minutes dead. So Liam Doran wins Q3.
It's a shame that there's no crowd here, that they can't see an Audi at Linden for a change.
Yeah, actually, to be honest, it's probably one of the biggest shames I've had to witness, because it's so great for me to be able to drive this car on this track. I've never ever really driven a factory spec car around this track, and it's unbelievable to drive. And it's a shame that people aren't able to see what I'm feeling in the car now. Yeah.
Liam Doran leads. He hits the front, and Julian Godfrey does the chasing. but remember, Godfrey has got to do 2 Joker laps now. You've got John McGuinness under attack from Ollie O'Donovan. Double OD has Joker, John McGuinness yet to, and Ollie lines up to make a move on the inside. Through he goes, the Fiesta, rather dwarfed by the Focus. He wags the tail of the Fiesta, but Ollie O'Donovan has gone through. There, Ollie O'Donovan goes third at the expense of Pat Doran. Ollie O'Donovan, remember, is the best place of those that have Joker. Pat Doran drops to 4th. There is John McGuinness getting his hat on with this in 5th place. As down to paddock comes Ollie O'Donovan. Flicks the car in, oversteer becomes understeer. He'll go through the chicane. That's Pat Doran then. 4 times a British champion.
It's side by side with WD, little bit of contact, Godfrey onto the grass, they go together into Devil's Elbow. O'Donovan still got 2nd place in hand, but Godfrey is all over him. Doran meanwhile is coming downhill already, but this is all eyes on the back at the top of the hill. Godfrey goes right around the outside, tried to get it done and cut back on the inside, can't get it done there. Duran's going to take the win, but Godfrey and O'Donovan have a very close fight for 2nd.
Who's it going to be? Ollie O'Donovan looks like he's going to do it. Liam Duran has taken the flag to win semi-final 1. Ollie O'Donovan does take 2nd then, just ahead of Julian Godfrey. Despite 2 Joker laps, he takes a good 3rd place.
And it's he who leads the way. Bennett with a car that hopefully, fingers crossed, will get to the checkered flag without any technical dramas. Drive shaft issue in the last race for the Bristol race have put him out, but he's in 2nd currently, and he's behind Enzo Ida, goes wide at Chesson's Drift onto the loose stuff. Bennett closes up, and it's the Audi versus the BMW Mini. They closed up under braking, but even though he ran wide, he picked up the traction still and did manage to pull away down Dover Slope.
So he comes slowly through the Joker, and Bennett behind him is getting sideways. You're looking at Tristan Ovenden coming out of the chicane, but there is Enzo Ide. He's kept the race lead. He is on his last lap, having got the Joker out of the way. Ollie Bennett is still chasing, but has actually lost a little bit more time, I fear, on that Joker lap. So Enzo Ide looking very strong indeed. The Belgian driver heads up Harry Hill. JC Race Technic Audi S1 into the North Bend hairpin. It is going to be Ede, Ollie Bennett, Mark Donnelly and Tristan Ovenden, the 4 from this semi-final to progress. Steve Hill would have been with them, but yet again it's been a day of mechanical woes in the Mitsubishi, so he didn't make the start. But Enzo Ede takes the checkered flag and he wins semi-final 2, and another mighty impressive drive. Race leader Yuri Malevsky, he goes for the Joker. Now this is where Kobe Powell has got to be so quick, so precise. It's going to be close between the 2 of them, and he's got the inside line, and he's got the race lead as well. So Kobe Powell has done it. Through he goes there. The Belgian driver comes out up front. So Malevsky stayed out till the bitter end, but it has unravelled away from him. And Kobe Powell's his first go at Lyndon, his first time in European Super 1600 spec cars. He's going to come out with a fairy tale result, barring a mistake, because he leads the way, and you can see the gap that he's pulled as well. Now checkered flag at the ready, and it is a win for Cody Powell's then. Across the line he comes ahead of Yuri Malevsky. The gap 11/10 of a second. Robert Spitholz takes 3rd ahead of Darren Scott to therefore extend his advantage within the British Championship.
Yeah, first race in Super 1600, 2nd day in the car and immediately a win. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Sayer up to 3rd once more, 4th Max Watt, 5th Owen Robbins. They have yet to Joker as the leaders go by. This time Owen Robbins just darts out of the shot in the blue car. He goes for the Joker lap. So it is currently Luke Constantine leading the way. And there he is. Is he going to get the lead back here on the Joker? It's going to be close. He has got the power down as back over the jump. There is Constantine. They're going to be side by side. Constantine has just got his nose in front. He will also have the inside line for the Devil's Elbow on the tarmac. So a really good move. That has just kept him ahead. Ovenden tries to prise open the door with only really the run downhill, and then paddock to the chicane to go. Inside line covered off by Constantine. It looks like it's going to be a race win for him. Across the loose they come. Checkered flag is at the ready, and so it is going to be a race win for Luke Constantine, who comes across the line just ahead of Tom Ovenden, nose to tail as they broke the beam. A 10th of a second between the 2.
Yeah, that was tough. I did everything right off the start. I squeezed him out because he got round the outside of me in the 3rd heat. I thought, right, okay, I need to drive it, and then he got really close coming down the hill. I thought I'll just defend, nice and slow on the inside, and he just came around the outside, and I wasn't expecting it at all. It was a great move by him.
The 2 Lotuses come through together, but Bleasdale's going to inherit a place on the Joker, so the Vauxhall in the background of this little lead battle will move ahead of the BMW and Bollon. The top 2 absolutely as one then as they dive into the Devil's Elbow, but behind them is the real danger. Jason Bleasdale now is catching. Guy Corner goes out a little bit wide. Is that going to compromise the run up the hill? It's a really steep climb. Yes, it does compromise it. Bellamy goes for the inside. Can Page go through? Not there, she can't, but not for the one of trying. Guy Corner runs out wide, and now we do get the lead change. Through goes Bellamy, and Guy Corner too deep into the hairpin. Runs out wide, but not only that, look who is almost with them in third place, Jason Bleasdale then. She does indeed, although the car a bit sideways, and he's still fishtailing as it goes down towards the Joker lap section. And while she corrects it, Jason Bleasdale's going to get the race lead. What about second? There is Paige Bellamy over the jump. She's going to hang on to second place though, but only just ahead of Guy Corner, but Bleasdale's away and gone. Jason Bleasdale is on target for the race win. Here he comes, checker flag at the ready. Jason Bleasdale wins the Super National final. Paige Bellamy takes second, Guy Corner takes third, Slavomir Volok will be fourth, and some way back is Magic Florjak with the Citroen. There is the fight to be the leading Joker driver thus far. James Phillips ahead of James Chisman. Down they go into paddock. Phillips then coming under attack as he goes just a little bit deep into the corner, sprinting his way now through the chicane up towards the timing line. Up front, James Constantine has jokered, so there is Tom on his own, and James rejoins in second place, then stays ahead of the Phillips-Chisman battle by some margin as well. James Phillips, and that would, there he is parking the car. That would explain perhaps why the pace has dropped away, because he's got a problem. James Constantine, his cousin, is right there behind him, but where Swifts are concerned, the Constantine name reigns once more. Duncan Cowper is the cause of the interruption, and that car will need to be removed. And it's go, not as good a start though this time. Good getaway is made by Jake Harris in 89, but it's going to be Patrick O'Donovan that leads, and a bit of leaning, in fact, going on there as Chris Hoy went for the Joker lap and almost swiped Jessica Hawkins with him, and in fact, Jessica's got problems. Her car has picked up damage and will not turn. It's on the grass on the outside of the Joker and is out of the race, so can you believe it? A restart, but now her car picked up a bit of damage and is an early retirement. Jake Harris in third. Fending off the challenge of Chris Hoy, who actually has never really got quite close enough to have a proper go here. Through the Joker lap is going O'Donovan there, and he's going to stay ahead, yes, comfortably, of Steve Jones. So brilliant debut in RX 150s this for Patrick O'Donovan wins. First time out in RX 150s, he wins the final.
Well done, boy.
Thank you.
I'm delighted with you. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Is he a proud daddy?
Absolutely, over the moon, yeah. I mean, it's his first time in the buggy in the track, and he drove it very well all day, in all fairness, you know, so delighted. Couldn't do any better. Delighted.
Look at the little pride on their faces. Look at that.
Bell makes the attack on the outside line, makes the climb up the hill, can't find a way through on the outside line. Can he get the inside coming out of the corner? This is his last chance. Bellamy looks one way in the middle, looks the other. Bell tries the inside line. Bellamy knew exactly what was coming and breaks late as he dares going into paddock. Bell tries to go around the outside line, but to no avail, and he's going to run out of options here. So Dave Bellamy is going to win in the BMW Mini final. The lights go to green, we go racing, and a good getaway by Tony Lynch propels him into the race lead. Or does it? Steve Cousins fights back as they go up through the gears, and it's going to be Cousins ahead as they get onto the loose for the first time. Tony Lynch fighting the car, but wants to get away from him at every opportunity, but he's brought the gap right down then. So Steve Cousins, who came into this weekend with, of course, a very good start to his season. He won here in August ahead of Tony Lynch, and he looks like he's going to do it again. Mark Finch, 5th in August, set for 3rd place today, and the checkered flag is at the ready, and it is going to be a race win for Steve Cousins. 2 out of 2 for him ahead of Tony Lynch.
Mr. Cousins, who actually won the race, he's been used to that car for a couple of years, and we're just developing. We're getting closer and closer, as you probably saw. It is getting closer, so hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe tomorrow this time, you know, we should be. We're learning every race, not every meeting, but every race.
It is Nigel Davey that leads the way. Ray Morgan round the outside for 2nd place, but Vince Bristow's BMW tries to squeeze up the inside. John Cross goes 4th in the Lancia, getting ahead of Gary Simpson, who wasn't that quick out of the blocks, but there for 2nd, Ray Morgan. But then very late on the brakes, Vince Bristow to the outside line, going into the Devil's Elbow. Does he go all the way round the outside? Stands his ground right enough. The rear-wheel drive Mark III Escort on the outside line up the hill. Ray Morgan goes ahead. Vince Bristow breaks late, and the two rival Hastings garage owners absolutely together as the pendulum back of the BMW swings one way as he comes out of the hairpin. Bristow can't get alongside Morgan, and Ray is determined to go after Nigel Davey, who led in his third qualifying race, but was then reeled in towards the end by Ray Morgan. So Ray, if he can stay with him early doors in this longer race, have got a real chance. As drama though coming out of the chicane. Onto the grass goes Bristow, all sideways is Davey. Bristow is still trying to sort out a slide, and he has done so, but he's also got the lead of the race out of all of that. Ray Morgan badly delayed, and so up the inside has come John Cross in the Stratos for third place. So scrap all that, you've got a new race leader, and now it is Ray Morgan doing the chasing, and there he's all sideways, and he's off the road again. He's heading for something solid this time, but again he just misses it. Vince Bristow, with all due respect, is not somebody that's done a huge amount of winning, but he's on to do it now as he comes sideways out of the elbow. And drama behind Nigel Davey has fallen over Steve Pascoe, and he's in the gravel out of second place. So Vince Bristow wins, really good drive in a very lively race. Now we go racing, brilliant getaway by Bennett, who surges across the front of everybody. Godfrey looks for a way through the pack as well. Down towards the loose they go then. Some go Joker. Doran almost turns sideways there. Does get a tap in the tail from Enzo Eid. That delays both of them, and Bennett is away and gone. Look down from the drone as way out sideways again goes Doran, and off the road goes Bennett. The race leader chucks it away in order to take over the race lead. All Enzo Eid can do now is to try to be neat and tidy and very, very quick as Doran gets himself back. There you can see from the Joker lap onto the normal route. He keeps the race lead, and that's Godfrey. Julian Godfrey has stopped. He's got a problem on the last lap of the race. So Julian Godfrey, second in the championship coming into today's event, has ground to a halt there on the loose at Chessons. Plunges down the hill into paddock. He comes, throws it sideways, way out wide he goes. Hands onto the slide. Liam Doran, ever the showman, wins round 2 of the Motorsport UK British Rallycross Championship. Enzo Eid takes second.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's great to have a good result for once this year.